Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Euginia, and if you're new here, karibu. And for all the returning subscribers, I do love you. Thank you for showing me love all the time. So today I'm gonna be discussing the early signs of a narcissist. So grab yourself some tea or some juice, whatever you please, and join in. So I know so many people don't know the real meaning of a narcissist, so I'm gonna remind you because I've already discussed in another video when I discussed about the encounter of a narcissist. My encounter of a narcissist. So basically a narcissist is someone who is very selfish. You know, they just aim to serve themselves. They're very selfish. They just don't think about the other person. They don't have empathy, and they don't even have a conscience. So basically that's my definition of a narcissist. So I'm going to dive right into the points that I've written down. So one of the early signs of a narcissist is they have double standards. So by this I mean that they do one thing, maybe they say one thing and then do another thing. Or let me give you an example. Let's say they tell you, I don't like this, I don't like certain behavior, I don't like women who wear mini skirts. And then the next thing, you're finding that person ogling at a lady with a mini skirt, and you're like, what? You know, or liking a lady on maybe social media with who has a mini skirt, and you're like, what? So just simple things like those, you know, you'll find yourself just that person is always contradicting themselves. One minute they like this, the next minute they don't like it. One minute they hate this, the next minute they like it. So you're just confused by their behavior. Then the other point is they blame you a lot. So maybe let's say they're walking and they happen to step on you. Instead of saying sorry, they'll blame you for being there, for putting your leg there or your foot there. They'll blame you. So you see, they don't take blame for anything. They don't take accountability. So most of them just blame you, and you find yourself actually apologizing. So can you imagine apologizing to someone who stepped on your toe? Can you imagine? That's just weird. Then the other point is that they have a lot of numbers and different social media accounts. So most of them have, you know, they live double lives. They have created chaos. They've given babies out there to different women, and they've just worked out on many relationships. So you find that they have so many social media accounts because they don't want to be found out. So one maybe is, you know, they don't show their families, you know, they're just secretive. They're so, you know, they're always hiding their accounts, so you don't even know. And they have different numbers, maybe because they've messed up, you know, and they mess up a lot, like with money. Maybe they borrowed someone money, maybe they messed up somewhere, they broke someone's heart, and, you know, they just fled. So there's so many things that could make them have different numbers and social media accounts. So the other point is that they often stalk you to know more about you. So since they love to learn you so that they can be able to get into your head a lot quickly, so you'll find them they just stalk you. They look at your pages, they just stalk you completely just to get to know you. Sometimes you can even find that creepy. They can even look at you just to observe you, to see how you behave, to see what you like, what you don't like, so that they know you better than you know yourself. Yeah, so they're very, very creepy. So you find them just stalking you a lot. Then the other point is that they're hot and cold. So one minute they're like this, they're so happy, they're hugging you, they're bringing you gifts, they're taking you to a nice place, you're laughing, you're like, wow, this person, I love this person. And then the next minute they're just cold. They don't even want to hold your hand, they don't want to even give you a hug, nothing. They're just cold. You're like, who's this stranger? I mean, one minute you're a good person, the next minute they're not interested even in talking to you. Like you wonder, like, what happened? Is this the same person? Have you been possessed by some spirit? Like you just wonder. Then the other point is that they mirror you. By this I mean they mirror your actions. If you love flipping your hair, you'll find them just doing the same thing. You know, when someone mirrors you, you find yourself also getting attracted to that person, because you find yourself like feeling like you're almost similar to this person. So they end up mirroring you, mirroring your thoughts, mirroring your words, and you find yourself just trusting this person more. That's what they aim to do. They aim to just bring your guard down so that you're able to trust them, and then they'll be able to just manipulate you, or maybe just use you and make you just stick with them, and just, you know, they are disrespecting you, doing all sorts of things, and you're just there because you feel like this is your soulmate or something of that sort. So the other point is also they lack empathy. By this I mean, let me give an example. So there's a point where when I was dating this narcissist, I have dated several, so one of the narcissists that I dated, and it was very serious. It was a serious relationship. So one day I lost my friend, unfortunately. So once I lost my friend, it was really sad, and I was so upset. I was so low the whole day. So when I got to tell him about the experience, and he was like, you know, he didn't care. He just shrugged and he was like, whatever. And I was like, how could you even, why are you reacting like this? Why are you not even, you know, telling me sorry or something of that sort? And he was like, I don't know the person, you know, and he didn't even care. He was very cold about it. So I felt that's when I really knew that this person is a narcissist, like for real, for real, for real. I knew that this person is a narcissist. The other point is that they find it hard to say sorry and thank you. So this person will not say sorry because they don't have a conscience. They don't have like a moral compass to direct them on when they have done something wrong, or maybe when they need to ask for forgiveness or apologize for something they've done. So they rarely say sorry. They rarely say thank you when you do something nice for them. So that's their nature. They just exist in a weird way. So you just find them not saying sorry and thank you. Then the other point is that they don't have a conscience and lack compassion. I think I've mentioned not having a conscience, so they don't have compassion. I think it goes hand in hand with empathy. So they don't, you know, maybe you're going through something, maybe you hurt your foot, maybe you had something, you know, maybe you went through surgery. They won't even care. They'll even make you do maybe the laundry. They'll just make you do things instead of helping you out, maybe helping you to even heal, doing something nice for you, maybe just making you feel comfortable. They won't do that. They don't have compassion. They don't have maybe they can even tell you, why are you pretending? Maybe you have a stomachache and you're feeling really bad. They can even tell you, why are you pretending? You know, I don't think you're being honest, you know, something like that. So they're not really good people at all, at all, at all. Then the other point is that, I think I mentioned this, they don't have a moral compass. By this I mean they don't have like a sense of moral direction. They just do things haphazardly. They just get into relationships. They don't have, most of them are even actually promiscuous. They have so many partners. Some of them don't even care about other people's feelings. So they don't have like a moral sense of direction. They just do things, you know, just like that randomly. They wake up, they decide this. They wake up, they decide that tomorrow. Today they are in love with you. They get married to you. The next day they want a divorce, and they just flee, and you know you can't see them again. And they get married to another person. Like the cycle continues. So then the other point is that they usually have a secret addiction. By this I mean that most of them, because of this lifestyle, because of not having conscience, because of doing so many bad things to people, sometimes it's like maybe their guilt kind of like eats them up, and you find them just having like a secret addiction. So most of them are alcoholics, and they really drink, you know, on the down low. They're in secretly drinking, you know, and I don't know why they do that. And sometimes some of them even are into pornography. So they have weird secret addictions. Then the other point is that they're often indecisive. By this I mean, when you're indecisive, you can't make a decision. I remembered having a friend who couldn't make a decision on, maybe let's say we're in a shop and you need to buy a certain item. She couldn't make a decision on what to get, and she was just, you know, confused. We go round and round in circles, round and round in circles. So they really can't make a decision, even in life. Or just maybe like, let's say you tell them, I need us to travel, or maybe I need us to go somewhere on a certain date. They won't be able to make a decision. They're like, they're just ish. They can't make a solid decision and tell you yes and then commit to it. They're just indecisive, and they change their minds a lot. Yeah, that's what I've noticed about narcissists. Then the other point is that they are mostly negative and critical. So you find that they're very critical of people, and they're always negative. They'll just come and, you know, they'll rant and, you know, tell you, no, I don't like this food sucks, this place sucks, this place is boring, oh, your outfit is just so bad. They criticize you, criticize your hair, criticize everything about you, just make you feel small and make you feel like you're less than and not important. You know, you're not that important. So they just mess up with your self-esteem, that you end up feeling like you're nothing without them. It's like you can't do anything without them. So most of them are just like that. They just criticize you and just make you feel like you're not good enough as a person. Then the other point is that they feel like they're always right. By this I mean that they always feel like, you know, my way or the highway. So if they tell you this is right. If you tell them no, if you disagree with them, then they give you hell about it. So they don't like you to disagree with them. They don't like you to make them feel like, you know, what they're saying is not correct. So if they tell you something, even if it's made up, they want you to believe that it's right. So that's how they are, and they're very wired. Like what I say, what I do is right. Any other person who does the same thing is wrong. That's how they are. Then the other point is they don't self-reflect. You see, the way, for me personally, I'm an empath, so I love self-reflecting. If I mess up, sometimes even if I do something, I'm like, why did I do that? I should have done this. I should have apologized. I should have not talked negatively to this person. I should have done this. I should have done, like, I always reflect and always look at myself. Even in a situation, I always look at myself like, what did I do to what part did I play in this situation? Did I mess up? What part did I mess up? And if I can make amends, I always like to make amends. So for them, they don't self-reflect. If they do something, it's on you. Like, they don't care. It's your problem. They've hurt you. They don't care. They've messed you up. They don't care. They've left you hanging. They don't care. They've divorced you without caution. They don't care. So, like, they don't self-reflect. Like, they're always on the move for the next person, the next big thing, the next, thing they can get from someone else. If they can extort some money from someone else, if they can just get, another lady that they want, or a man, they can be, a narcissist can be a man or a woman, but I'm just saying in my case. So, yeah, so they don't self-reflect a lot. And also, they triangulate you. By triangulation, I mean, they make you feel like the other person is maybe more attractive than you. Like, let's say, maybe I have this narcissist that I'm seeing, and then I have a friend who's maybe a model, and then they like, oh wow, she's hot. Oh, she's really beautiful. So they make you feel like you are less than and you're not attractive enough. So you'll always end up feeling inferior. You'll always have low self-esteem because you'll be wondering, does this person like my friend? And you'll always try to please them. And that's why you find some people are just, they go to, they go for surgery, maybe to add their breasts just to look like someone else, because just in the name of pleasing this narcissist, which is very, very wrong. So that's what they do. They triangulate you. Then the other point is that they always try to devalue you. So by that I mean they just bring you down, even worse than that. Like, they make you feel like you're worse than that. Like, they just step on you. They make snide remarks. They make you feel worthless. They make you feel like you're not, worthy of love. You're not worthy of good things. You're not worthy of being treated right, like a human being. So they devalue you, make you feel like you're worthless. And that's why you find so many people are stuck in a narcissistic relationship for years. They don't have high self-esteem. They have low self-esteem. They just think this is it, like someone else won't love me the way this narcissist does. And they've just been messed up, and it's so sad to see people stuck in this cycle of narcissism and not being able to be aware of what is going on and being able to just remove yourself out of that situation. So that's what they do. Then the other point is they're always looking for the next best thing. As I said before, they don't care. They always want to self-serve them. So most of them are very superficial. So you find, like, in terms of relationships, you'll find them wanting to get the next girl. Maybe they have this perfect, amazing woman in their lives, but they want the next best thing. They're very bored. They get bored easily, so they want the next best thing. And after they get that best thing, they want the next best thing. So it's a cycle, and I don't know when it ends. I always feel like only God can change them. They can't change themselves. It's only God who can be able to change them and just transform them, because it's really, for me, I find it so demonic. It's something spiritual for someone to just have that, you're cold, don't value other people's feelings. That's just unfair. So yeah, they really try to get the next best thing. They're also mostly self-absorbed. So as I said before, they're very selfish. So you find them, it's always about them. Me, 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 me. Even when they're talking to you, they won't even ask you. You'll find that maybe in a conversation, maybe you're out, you decided, okay, we're going for a date, and you're seated there. So you're like, They don't even ask you, how are you? Are you okay? It's just me, 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 me. So I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, and tomorrow I'm going to do this. So it's always about that, until you even get bored at one point, and you're like, what about me? At the end of the day, you feel like, you're not heard, your voice is not heard, you're not even appreciated by this person. So that's one sure sign of someone being a narcissist. Yeah. Even, it doesn't matter if it's your friend, it doesn't matter if it's your sibling, it can be someone in your family, someone in your life, a husband, a friend, a colleague, it can be anyone in your life. Then they are mostly actors. Since they live double lives, since they have all this, they have this facade in their minds. It's like they are, amazing superstars or something of that sort. So they always act. They're not themselves. They're not genuine. And also because they lie a lot, so they're manipulative, and so that's why they have to act. Maybe they want certain thing. Maybe they have identified that you have money, and they want to extort you of that money. So they'll pretend to be the best thing that you've ever had in their lives, but they know the end goal is extorting your money from you, or just using you and dumping you. So that's how they are. So they'll act and just pull off a facade. So I think you should just be wary of narcissists, because they're out there. There's so many. And you should be cautious in how you deal with people, because you never know who the next narcissist is. And they really look good. They don't look like anything you'd think. Like, they are really attractive, and they come in different shapes and forms. So you'll never know who exactly. But once you sit down and just really look, and also ask God for discernment, you can really be able to identify the narcissist in your life, or people you just meet, so that you can be able to avoid them and just keep it moving, because it is hectic, like going through all that, maybe a breakup with a narcissist. It's really hectic before you just disassociate from yourself, from the narcissist. It's really crazy. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been your girl, Euginia. Thank you so much, and do subscribe and like, share with your friends, and I do hope to hear from you soon. Goodbye.